Sunday, May 16, 2021. And we're gonna be having some guitar music. I came up with a riff, and I'll try to play it here. Just hanging out, chilling out on a Sunday evening here with you. Here's a Hagbayon channel. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for giving some time and being here. There are a lot of things you can see online, but at least you are here dropping by. We'll also be mentioning something about the current conflict right there in Israel and Palestine. An age old biblical, uh, historical, historically uh, uh, aged conflict between Palestine and Israel. And we're going to be talking about the prepping element of the Iron Dome, the so-called Israeli carry, and we'll also be mentioning Switzerland and their disaster and their wartime, preparation in case of a war. And also we'll be talking about vaccination, especially here in Bicol. And of course, for our literary content, the event yesterday, sponsored by the Philippine Pen, or International Pen, an organization of writers here in the Philippines and in other areas around the globe. It was held yesterday. It was online, and it was streamed via the uh, Facebook platform, particularly the so-called Cultural Center of the Philippines Facebook page. We'll mention about it, and then I'll try to share some poems that are actually timely and relevant. And I'll play some more guitar sounds. And well, for our prepping content, we'll have the blades that I have here, as per the so-called Minasbad shop gallery. I do have a gallery or a collection of historical Bicol blades, and I'll show you what I have right now. Um, Although my other stuff, you know, uh, are not here, but however, they are actually found in my abode, where I actually keep the rest of my collection. And of course, not to mention that the Minasbad shop is actually an entity that is devoted for blades research. We just uploaded a new video, Rolay Cimarrones. Kindly check it out if you have time. Rolay Cimarrones, I came across a person who actually claims to have Cimarron blood. Uh, he lives right there up at the Mount. So there, kindly check that video. So there, I was supposed to be showing you how to polish a knife, but my my table is kind of cluttered. So oh, hi, Victoria Nunez Hermoso, Inupa team. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming over. Salamat po sa Indo, Victoria Nunez Hermoso. Very rare kitang makapag-live. Bira tayo makapag-live. Pero madalas naman tayo mag-upload. Marami tayong ina-upload ng mga videos if you try to scroll. Ang dami namang tao ngayon. Anne-Maris TV. Okay, Team Attack pati. Sams. Okay, salamat sa thumbs up. Ben B. Oh, about polishing, sige, pag maybe not live. um, I have so many here. Gracelda Alfaro, thanks for coming over. Ben B. There, dami, dami, thank you. Sam's channel, Ben B. Anne Marie's. Yeah, thanks for. So usually I'm not, you know, usually posting sa ating anong tawag natin, messenger. Kasi usually I'm editing my videos, and also I'm out I'm out of the house. So, ganun. Sounds hello. Thank you. So there, salamat sa attack. Salamat sa attack. You know, I came up with guitar riff yesterday. Hello, Anne Marie's TV. I came up with. I visit your channels then after Minju Park. I came up with guitar riff the other day. Actually, tinutugtog ko rito yung mga guitar riff na lumalabas sa akin while I play. I actually play electric guitar most of the time, you know, before. But now, because wala yung mga gitara sa malapit, I just use my classical guitar. This is a Suzuki classical guitar made in Japan. But pardon the strings because luma siya. Medyo may buzzing sound kasi kailangan ko pang palitan nito. Anyway, I see Sam is a teacher. Okay. This one, I wrote this kasi dahil dun sa nangyayari sa Israel and Palestine. So, let's check it out. Wala namang lyrics, just a guitar line. Okay. don't know kung anong tawag doon. It's something I came up with last Sunday, last Friday. So thank you. Provide na some ng guitar. Can you teach me how to play guitar? Sams. Okay. Nosebleed ba? Nosebleed ba? Anne-Marie's. Reminds me of BG, Sound of Diablo from Blizzard. Oh, maybe tingnan ko yan. Sarong Banggi. may pinadala kay Q Inupa channel. Wow. Thank you Inupa channel. Sarong Banggi mas request eh. Actually, tunong ta daw. Ano yung Sarong Banggi? The lyrics is the problem. Sarong Banggi sa higdaan. Ano ba yung chords doon? Sarong Banggi A minor. Sarong Banggi higdaan nakadaan sa lupa ko matulugan. Teka lang. Sa'yo pala. Teka lang. Ayun. Sarong Banggi sa higdaan nakadanghog ako ning ni sarong gamgam sa lupa ko katurugan bako kundi imong busis iyo pala. Dali na to. I don't know the lyrics. Simong lawo na hiling ko maliwanag. I can play better the what song is that? Kudut-kudutan yata eh. No problem. I don't Anne-Marie, I don't usually kasi play pera na. Kudut-kudutan is like A minor also eh. A minor man lang siya. Intro ulit. Kang sadit pa ako, sadit ka pa man, nagkarawat ta ning kudut kakawat kong madaya, ang kudut-kudutan. Sa kuyang girumdum, hain ka na kaya, kakawat kong madaya, ang kudut-kudutan. Di kahanap pununyan, kang sadit ba ako, sadit ka pa man, karawat kita, ning tudut-kudutan. Kinudut mo ako, kinudut na kaman, ang simbag mo sa ko, luway-luway aman. Hain ka na kaya, kakawat kong madaya, ang kudut-kudutan. Sa kuyang girumdum, hain ka na kaya, ang kakawat kong madaya, ang kudut-kudutan. Bighanap ko mo niyan. Here's another song. Ito bagang sinanay si tatay. Sinanay si tatay. Sinanay si tatay. Ano ba yun? Akin ang buong si tatay, di ko mabayaan. Palagid na buo ang sa kuyang utang. Sipag daras ako, kisiyang na bulan. Gatas sa pikso-so, di ko mabayaran. Ay nanay ay tatay, kung ako mama, umali. I don't play it anymore. Bira na. Basta, nataka. I used to play that pag nasa Bicol, Bicol songs ang ko. Tapos ang intro ko sa Ang Ugoy ng Duyan. Tapos, yung nanay sita, alam ka umababa. Dati kasi I used to play guitar every day, every lunchtime. That's like no falter, every day. Tapos, starting when I had a kid, I can't play guitar every day anymore. Then hindi na siya araw-araw. And it even happened na I stopped playing guitar for around 4 years. Since 2016, nag-play ako ulit talagang madalas. Last year lang. So you might wanna check my other YouTube videos sa Hagbayon channel. The earlier YouTube videos. You'll notice that I have a lot of guitar content sa mga early YouTube videos ko. Lalo yung mga poetry reading namin na may rock music dati. So, kasi dati talagang everyday siya. Kasi for those who want to learn the guitar, it's something you do every day. Dapat at least 30 minutes every day. Um, at least 30 minutes. Dapat tamang, not wag masyadong matagal, wag masyadong maikli. 30 minutes would be okay. So, of course, you'll be doing your exercises. I'm using a classical guitar. You play the classical guitar differently than the regular acoustic guitar. So, my advice, if you want to learn the guitar talaga, and for example, you have a child na interesado, you enroll the kid sa classical guitar lessons, because the foundation for every kind of guitar playing is the classical guitar. Kahit na magdiretso siya sa blues or sa electric guitar, he will be needing the fundamentals of the classical guitar, and he will be needing the ear for sound na nasa classical guitar. That's actually my I admit it all the time that I'm not classically trained. That's something I bypassed. Big bypass ko yung classical guitar. Anne Marie Stevie mag-enroll. Wala nang akong guitar lesson, but I also, when I have scheduled time talaga, talaga ako nagpapa-lesson dati. But I can teach you yung starting acoustic guitar and electric guitar up to intermediate. A little bit sa advanced kasi I consider myself sa intermediate and advanced. Yun ang level ko. But as I said, I didn't really start with the classical guitar. So my training is on the electric guitar. So that's why. That's why if you'll notice, my hand speed is more of sa left. But if you train sa classical guitar, both hands, especially the right, may training, lalo yung right, kasi ang pinaka-importante sa classical guitar, ito, the right hand. Something I can share right now is that the guitar is actually easy to play so long as you play it every day, at least as I said, at least 1 hour a day. And if you cannot enroll sa classical guitar with the note reading part, yung mga magbabasa ka ng notes, etc., well, that's okay. Basta you develop your ear, you listen to music a lot, and then after that, pag nasa loob mo na yung music, it will come easily sa pagpe-play. You learn songs and not really the guitar. That's the usual approach. But if you enroll sa classical and sa guitar school, you'll learn the guitar and then you'll learn songs later. So, to learn songs, you should listen to songs. So, pagka marami ka nang alam na songs, yun ang tatargeting mong pag-aaralan sa guitar. So, that's what will happen. Now, as a kind of kasi this is not our topic talaga. As a kind of parang preliminary. Sa guitar, you have 6 strings usually, but there are guitars na mas maraming strings. So, the thing is, you should know the name of the notes sa kada isa. Hanggang sa taas. Madali man lang yan makakuha. Basta ito, this one, the low G is E. Number 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is E, low E. This one is B. This one is D. This one is G. This one is B. Yung number 2 is B. Number 1 is E. Tapos mahanap mo ang bass part niya dito sa baba. Bawa ito. This one is E. And ang sunod sa E, F. Sa chords, ang do is C. Ang do is C. So, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C. Yeah. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Tapos, sa fretwork, ang ano lang dyan, may walang skip na fret. Lahat sila may skip na isa. Parang ito, 1. Ito, F, G, F, G. C, C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D. So, may skip na isang fret. Instead na dito, 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 dito. Instead na dito. So, lahat sila may skip except yung E saka F. So, C, D, E, F, A, saka yung B saka C. It's like C, so sa A saka B saka C magkasunod lang. And sa soloing in the main, you find for the root note, and that's gonna be your form. For example, G form, that's G. So the lowest note is the bass form. Pag G form, pag F form or G form, pag C form, ganito yung C form. The lowest note is your bass note. That's a basic. So pag magbe-bass ka, bawa G, bass. Ang bass niyan ito. Tapos kung mag-aaral ka na ng basic scales, isa sa mga scale na basic pentatonic scales, so start ka dito. Pentatonic scale na basic. That's the way you actually play the guitar in the main, kung basic. But if you use the classical guitar, use the fingers a lot, finger style. So something like this. O kaya sa classical guitar, finger style. But as I said, yung piniplay ko kanina, finger style. I made the guitar line. Someone commented masyadong serious. Well, I think it's serious talaga because I wrote it because of the war sa Israel saka sa Palestine. You know very well na it's been going on for the longest time since biblical times. Di na natin masabi if it's really about territory lang or maybe politics or maybe economy, etc. etc. But one thing we can talk about dun sa issue is that the preparedness of Israel They have the so-called Iron Dome, a kind of a missile interceptor device. That's what they have. They are ready for war all the time kasi nga uh, they are usually they are constantly at war with their neighbors, particularly Palestine. Kaya nga sa Israel, uso sa kanila yung yung posse comitatus. The concept of posse comitatus is that the citizens, the citizens are, being that they are citizens, they are supposed to be ready to defend their fatherland or their motherland or their country. So they are allowed to carry weapons. Sa Israel, ganun sila. They have that power. They have that civil right to actually carry weapons, especially the youth, yung part ng armed forces nila. So they can carry Israeli style. What do you mean by Israeli carry? Israeli carry is when you carry a firearm without the magazine na nakalagay dun sa magazine slot. So nakatanggal yun. But they can carry their firearms kahit saan, kahit sa McDo. Something like that. Kasi nga the citizens there, they are actually empowered to defend their country. So we have a different policy in the Philippines as per firearms because you know very well that in theory the monopoly of force and firepower is with the state. That's the theory. So we relegate our the right, our power or right to bear arms sa state, and to actually be able to bear arms, we actually have to abide with the rules, with the law on bearing arms, the requirements that are required, that are needed. Kasama na dyan yung pagsunod sa statute. Kasi sa Philippines o sa batas, the Philippines, the right to bear arms is actually statutory only and not constitutional. Unlike sa America, that it's actually based on their so-called Second Amendment, which is, by the way, under attack sometimes in America. May mga kumukontra dun. So, kasi nga, yung prevalence ng mga gun attacks, sa America, sa mga school zone. But however, mga pro-gun people, especially my friends in America who are actually preppers, pro-gun sila, they believe na guns actually help. They actually help the people. They are not actually kasi nga nangyayari yung mga shooting incidents sa yung mga lugar na bawal yung guns, halimbawa sa school. So doon nung dadala yung mag-shooting spree. Kasi alam niya na wala dong mga security guard lang na konti. Wala dong mga baril ang mga tao. So ganoon ang nangyayari. So that yun naman contention nila. But in the Philippines, iba yung tingin natin diyan. Iba yung rules natin diyan. Yan sa prepper content ng Hagbayon. Israel and Palestine. What do we learn about them? The Iron Dome. So let's mention in Switzerland. In Switzerland, meron silang I have a friend there, si Dr. Julie Carillo, si Doc July Noel, ano na siya ngayon, no? Doc Julie Noel, nasa Switzerland. Sabi niya meron daw doon mga bunker. It's being maintained by the government for everyone, just in case may mga ganyang threat, so the people could actually go to the bunker easily. And the bunkers are being maintained by the government. So ganun ang situation doon. That's Switzerland. Now let's go to the other topic, which is vaccination here in Bicol. Actually, in some areas nag-start na yung vaccination. More so for the frontliners. But tomorrow my parents will be vaccinated as well. So nag-start na yung vaccination for senior citizens here in Bicol. But in Manila, even yung mga kaedad ko, Nagbabaksin na sila. They are now being given shots, vaccine shots. That's in Manila. But here in Bicol, in the provinces, more of ano pa, the vaccines are being given to the frontliners and the senior citizens. Okay, that's for the vaccination. But the thing with vaccines is that I said earlier here that if you get the vaccine, you won't you won't infect others anymore, because that's what I read from not the DOH, from the World Health Organization website. I thought if you get vaccinated, you won't infect others anymore, but apparently that fact is actually not a fact. It's incorrect, because even if you're vaccinated, apparently you can still get infected and carry over the infection to other people. But the infection won't affect you that much, depending upon your health and your status, if you have comorbidities, etc. But it could really still lead to infecting others. If you get infected, you can still infect others, even if you are vaccinated. That's what with the vaccines. We still have to be careful and follow the protocols. Well, yesterday, let's go to the literature. Yesterday was held the Pen Philippines conference for 2021. It was online. Um, well, I'm also a member of some writing groups in the Philippines, particularly linangan sa Imahen Retorica at Anyo, or LIRA. And I'm also a part of Writer Studio, the script writing group of Ricardo Lee, who should be a national artist, by the way. Ricardo Lee. Shout out to Sir Ricky. You know the movie Himala, starring Nora Honor and Sister Stella L, etc. So many other movies. Ang ano niyan, ang sumulat ay si Ricardo Lee. It's actually Bicolano. He's from Daet. What else? I'm also part of the group called UMPIL, Union ng mga Manunulat sa Pilipinas. At isa sa mga grupo sa Pilipinas ay yung Pen Philippines, grupo ng mga writer yan sa Pilipinas. Ito yung panawagan ko rin sa inyo. Support Filipino writers by buying their books, etc. Or perhaps supporting their vlogs, like like my vlog here. Maraming may vlog ng mga writers sa Pilipinas, and we can actually do something by supporting them. Watching their vlogs, not skipping the ads, etc. Maraming mga writer na ganyan, may grupo sila, they have advocacies and all, particularly literacy, for literature, etc. You know very well na we can't leave out literature when we talk of progress, because what is a nation without an imagination? What is a nation without a soul? Soul comes from art, imagination comes from literature, because according to Albert Einstein, di ba, imagination is better than knowledge. Di ba, sabi ni Albert Einstein. So important yung literature. So there, let's support these writers. I hope to be able to, you can actually check yung events sa Facebook page ng Cultural Center of the Philippines. You can easily find that on Facebook, the Facebook page of Cultural Center of the Philippines and ng Philippine Pen, kasi nandun yung live stream. There's a lecture by Brother Carlito Gaspar on indigenous peoples, yung ating mga katutubo. So Anne Maris Chan TV, wow. Oo. Opo. By the way, yung mga writer kasi ngayon hindi makapag, dahil sa protocol, hindi pwede yung mga gathering. So I used to attend yung mga umpil na yan, mga Union ng mga Manunulat sa Pilipinas conference. In 2014, I was even one of the lecturers at UP Diliman for or Bicol Poetics. That was in 2014. Um, for the Umpil, because I'm part of Umpil as well. Uh, well, apparently, I'm participating with the PEN Philippines group right now, and I support PEN as well as I support Umpil, kasi tumutulong sila sa mga manunulat at tumutulong sila sa advocacy ng mga manunulat. Isa doon ay turuan ng mga tao na maging mapanuri, di ba? Sa mga sa binuboto nila. Kasi pag ang isang society hindi nagbabasa, madali silang lokohin eh. Pero pag ang society nagbabasa sila, malalim. Hindi sila madaling lokohin, hindi madaling lokohin ng fake news, ng clickbait sa Facebook or sa YouTube. Malalim sila mag-isip, hindi sila basta-basta nagiging judgmental. Kasi malalim nga eh, sinusuri nila yung mga bagay eh, bago sila magsalita or gumalaw. That's what reading can do to you. Okay, that's what reading can do to you. So you can, wala akong kilalang matalinong tao na hindi magaling magbasa eh. Lahat sila malalim magbasa. At saka wala akong alam na hindi palabasa ang mga tao. Look at Japan. Japan na lang eh, sa Philippines. Malapit sa Philippines. Nasa north lang ng Philippines eh. Look at Japan. Nasa tren, nagbabasa. Basurero, kahit ng basura, pagpahinga niya, magbabasa sila. By the way, sa Japan, ang basurero, hindi mo pwedeng ismulin. Diba? Marangal yan sa kanila. Lalo yung mga farmers. Mahal na mahal ng mga Japanese sa mga farmers. Diba? So, what I mean is, reading culture kasi ang Hapon eh, bansang Hapon eh, kahit noon pa. Poetic silang mga tao eh. So, kaya ganun sila. Sensado sila. Saka kita mo naman yung patriotism nila, you know. Kasi mga palabasa, patriotic. Kasi babad sila sa literature ng kanilang bansa. Si Jose Rizal, binabasa ba natin siya? O dahil required lang? Ito, isa sa pinakamahusay na writer sa buong mundo, si Jose Rizal. Hindi basta-bastang writer si Jose Rizal. Sobrang galing nun. Pero binabasa ba natin yung sinusulat niya? Mga ganong bagay. So there, sa lecture yesterday, si Brother Carlito Gaspar, yung topic niya ay sa IP, Indigenous Peoples, lalo yung mga sa mga lumad. Yung kay Dr. Reynaldo Eleto, something sa sa Spanish era. Matagal na kasi tinatopic ni Dr. Reynaldo Eleto yung mga symbols of power sa Philippine history, especially during the Spanish era. Siya yung sumulat ng Passion at Revolusyon, si Dr. Reynaldo Eleto. By the way, nakasabay ko siya sa Umpil 2014. He was our keynote lecturer. I was part of the conference as one of the lecturers for an afternoon or morning. Pero siya yung keynote namin, si Dr. Reynaldo Eleto dati. I have notes ng mga lecture niya dati. I used to share it with my students a lot. By the way, I'm with Ateneo Dinaga, although I'm not part of the teaching faculty right now because I'm on leave. So there, the event yesterday was composed of lectures and reading. Yung poetry reading nangyari nung hapon, yung Free the Word poetry reading. Nung morning ay nangyari yung lectures. Host nung lecture ay si Eros Atalia, yung author nung Ligo na You, Lapit na Mi, si Eros Atalia. Okay, nung hapon, ang host naman ay si Glenn Sevillamas. Free the Word, ang ganda ng mga reading. Lalo yung reading ni Rodi Vera, who's a Palangka Hall of Fame awardee. He's a great playwright, si Rodi Vera. Can you check the page of the Cultural Center of the Philippines? Nandun yung Free the Word poetry reading. Nandun si Elsie Coscoluela, Rodi Vera, si Anton Juan, also a playwright, si Edgar Samar, John Erimil Teodoro, Joanna Cruz, Guelan Luarca, Pearl Sorilla, Ian Casocot, even Angel Aquino, yung artista po. Yung artista po, si Angel Aquino, he read the memoir of Senator Laila de Lima. She read the diary, kumbaga yung diary niya, Laila de Lima, yung diary niya habang siya ay nasa kulungan. Araw-araw niyang routine, etc. mga naiisip niya. Angel Aquino read the excerpt of the memoir of Laila de Lima. So, kindly check it out. As you know, si Laila de Lima ay from Bicol, from Iriga City. At siya ay nakakulong dahil nga sa mga charges sa kanya. Yung iba, drug-related. So, na-acquit siya sa mga charges. Just to know kung meron pang mga charges na di pa settled. So that's what we had yesterday sa pen event. Tugtog muna ako ng konti. Tugtog ko yun ulit. Let's look for the poem I read yesterday. Sige. I read a post-apocalyptic poem. Ba't napunta doon? Na yung Anlunas. Wag ng internet. Parang bagay yung Anlunas i-recite after I play that sound. Maybe I should have wrong. I'll look for the poem. I have the Bicol version. Sige, let's try to play it once more. Bagay yun eh. Why don't you show me the poem? Again, I wrote this for the conflict sa Israel, pero pwede rin naman to dito sa COVID conflict, COVID concern. Anbulong. Tanaw ang syudad halit sa tuktok kan bukid. Ibinaba kan babayi ang sako. Pasinarom na. Kuminiliyab ang sundang sa iyang mata. Kan mahiling ang kamasitasan. Tulos na pinagtapas asin isinako ang mga dahon. Duman sa ibaba. Garo na hulugan nin rinibong anilipot ang kasentrohan. Abok ng gad padaw. Asin pirit na pinag-seselebrar ang pagtindog kan aso. Asin pagkalayo ang mga gadan. Hindi na kita mapaaga, doktora. Apot kan sa pang babaeng palibot lamud ang badong puti. Dai, simbag kani. Kay puwan tanang makapuli. Ang lunas. Tanaw ang lungsod mulang tuktok ng bundok. Ibinaba ng babae ang sako. Magtatakip siling. Kuminang nasundang ang kanyang titig nang makita ang halamanan. Agad na pinagtatapyas at isinilid ang mga dahon. Sa dakong ibaba, Wari na hulugan ng laksa-laksang gamo-gamo ang kalungsuran, na ayaw pagapi, at pilit na pinagbubunyi ang pagsasagusali ng mga uso at pagsasalipato ng mga bangkay. Dito na ba tayo magpapalipas ng gabi, Doktora? Tanong ng isa pang babaeng nagsapusali ang blusang puti. Hindi, sagot niya. Kailangan na nating makabalik. So, yun po ang binasa ko kahapon sa Pen Philippines event. Let's read another one. This one got printed sa Cordite Poetry Review. Napapanahon kasi tungkol ito sa UNCLOS at sa issue sa West Philippine Sea. Although na-mention dito si Manny Pacquiao. Ang Cordite Poetry Review ay isang Australian and international poetry, its criticism and research publication. So it's an Australian entity. The editor for this issue was, I think, Muki Katigbak. Yeah, the multi-awarded poet Muki Katigbak. So shout out to Muki. It's called The Spectator. The Spectator. He unhooks the rope, places the knot to the skiff, and drags it towards the water. Unreadable, the waves are pages that keep on rewriting themselves, like thoughts of the American president on China's artificial islands at West Philippine Sea. He could see the structures from where he stood, as if some rich neighbor decided to build a strip club on a sandbar. But he was not bent on avoiding them, these builders in bad faith, as the barangay captain calls them. For he, his father before him, and all the village fishermen had long considered that reef as their island, inter-island waiting shed, shoal away from shore. So he packs his provisions of fresh water, dried fish, rice, kerosene lamp, transistor radio. He fixes the nets, and of course, the bayonet. He once found it during an oyster dive, sharp metal stabbing sand, glinting in underwater sunlight. Did some World War II soldier drop it to mark our exclusive economic zone as prelude to the UNCLOS? He asks himself, aware of the proviso in the Constitution reserving all archipelagic marine resources for Filipinos. He pushes for the sea, the skiff, a sharp pen piercing through sand and waves as if writing land titles. Better occupy the waves than be written off. Treaties redefining territoriality become useless in the context of man-made shores and artificial islands. He turns the radio on and Floyd Mayweather is now being booed, declared winner over Manny Pacquiao. The pambansang kamao, they say, carried the game. The elusive American, all form, all technique, won by points before a jeering live audience. Is this how boxing should be won? By crafty non-fighters with cheap tricks? Boxing can't win wars, he thinks. I thought I won, said Pacquiao, apparently more dizzy with the defeat than the punches. Money, you can never win against money. No, not against this undefeated American in U.S. shores. Their government needs him in this age of ISIS and Chinese threat. It tells the Las Vegas prize fighter. Still thinking of how Obama danced around, ran, hugged, elbowed, jabbed, and smiled his way off a China issue. Whether or not the Philippines can expect American military support in case of war. His motor is roaring now in full throttle towards China's firmament. Manny can't beat Floyd because he's not bright enough. He hears Floyd's father, so he throws the net down the water. A Chinese vessel speeding towards him, his bayonet shining in the sun. The spectator. I hope you were able to bear with that poem. I'm pretty much aware that mga taong hindi masyadong nakikinig sa poetry reading medyo antokin talaga. Nakakapanibago talaga yan. Anyway, what's next? I'm supposed to be well. Anyway, it's almost 12. So let's go to the prepping, content of Hagbayon. I'm just here to hang out, by the way. I've been polishing this. I featured this before, but this is something that I already polished. So makintab-kintab na siya and sharp. This is supposed to be a flamenco Bicol blade. Why are we talking about this again? Talking about this because this is part of Bicol culture, and the Hagbayon channel is for literature, culture, and whatnot. So, ano kaya kabuluhan nito sa itong shape na to sa kulturang Bicol? So maraming videos tayo na I post before. Kindly check it out if you have time. So this is a kind of a hound. So itong hound na to, para rin siyang yung tenegre or inaso o inayam na form. So I'm happy na okay na to. This is part of my, collection. Marami may gusto nito, but well, for now, it's gonna be part of my collection. I'll be showing you the blades that I have here. Some of them are, being processed because I'll be shipping them elsewhere. This one is, some are mine, some are not mine, but mostly mine. This one is Gardation. It's probably Gardation. I'm not sure if I've showed this before. So this is very, very sharp. So ingat tayo dito. Wow, this is sharp. This is sharp. Where could anyway, let it be. So ito siya. Kinabayo Pamel. Makapal ang kanyang bangig. Makapal. So kita mo naman yung you can see the burda. You can see the burda. Well, another one is this Gardation Minasbad also. This one is really very long, meant for scream. You know that the handle is actually vintage. You see? So, the spine is not as thick because it's meant to be light. It's very long. It's for screama. So, there. By the way, blade that plano ko talagang yan i-polish ngayon ay ito. So yan, this is a tracker knife. Magandang gamitin sa hiking, sa camping. Ito. Siyang ganyan. So, ganda. Leather ang nito eh. Let me get it. This one, leather ito. Shit. Nice to carry when you are camping or hiking. So yan. Ito ay ipopolish. I'm supposed to polish this live, pero magiging boring yung ating live stream if ever. Yan ang mga blade na nandito eh. Plus this one is a freebie that I'm planning to send to my friend Rainier. This one is a cleaver, Japan-made cleaver. Okay, ganda to. So, ito yun, ganda. Mac. Kasi magaling magluto yan kaibigan kong yan. So, Escrimador pa from Cavite. Mac. Gonna ship this soon. Well, nandito yung mga products ng aking research. Ng mga hilt carving, mga ganito. Okay? Yan, nandito sila. This one I found the other day. Okay? Old na siya, vintage. Butas ang bibig. Kasi para sa, para sa sinagangan, Minasbad. This one is napakasimple lang. Rivet. This one is Cimarron. Cimarron made. I have a video on that. This one. Not Cimarron made. Oh, ito galing kay Domsi. Still have it. It's very, very sharp and I love it. Regalo sa atin. So, Visayan knife ito eh. Visayan. Not Bicol. But we are connected with the Visayans, by the way. Ito naman. Ito karambit. This one, nice for martial arts. Close quarter combat. I have a karambit collection. So, galing talaga siya sa yatab. Ginagamit na pang tapas ng palay. Ito talaga yung purpose niya dati. It's so shiny because I actually sharpened this and polished this already. So that's ito. Oh, of course, the bayonet that I really like, the M7. Modified carbo horn. So yeah. This one is Maravical. Wonderful. Another gift that I received before. Yeah, this one. I like to carry this around when I hike because it's very small. It's very small, pang hiking siya. So, lalo ngayon pandemic, so magandang mag-hiking, magandang mag-camping. Camping, social distancing. By the way, I'll show you some blades that's actually part of my collection. This one, nasama na to sa mga lectures ko dati sa Bicol blade. Ganda. By the way, I am also into blades research, particularly Bicol blades. Ito yung sinagangan. Ito mo, bronze yan. Ang ano niyan. So, yan. Ganda. This is part of the Minasbad shop armory. Yan. Ito. Mga bagong gawa to. Dami. I'm just showing you what I have here. Minju Park, Anne Marie's. Thank you for being here. These are the stuff that I have here. Soon, pwede mawala na tong culture na to. So I hope we get to document it here. Yeah, this one is also really wonderful. It's very long. So, melee weapon also for farming. This one I really love. got this from Reynoso Fam Daily Vlogs. Hi there, Reynoso Fam Family Daily Vlogs. Thank you po. Salamat po. Salamat po. I'll also visit your vlog. Ito, ginagamit to ng mga Cimarron dati. Tinatawag na pinaldus. Sword nila to. But, you know, the Cimarrones are now not into, violence. Tingnan nyo, may latest upload ako. Rulay Cimarrones sa aking vlog. Kaya nga lang Bicol. So, kailangan pa nating translate. So, yan. Spine is very thick. So, tres cantos. Wonderful blade. Wonderful blade. Wonderful blade. One of the most important items sa collection ko ito. By the way, for EDC, my EDC content, I'm now using this as my day pack. You know that we have EDC content for prepping as a hobby. Kindly check my other videos kasi nandun yung context ng mga content natin. Kailangan kasi meron tayong bag na lagi natin madadala anywhere kasi nandun yung mga essentials. Anne-Marie. So, may malaking bag, may maliit. Ito, yung parang daily bag. Ito ay pinalit ko muna dito kasi may mga butas na to. And a nice bag when I bike. So, ito siya. So, ito, nasa loob lang. This is actually a PNP bag. This is being used by the Philippine National Police for their for their training. It's pretty tough, but this one I had this reworked already by my friend Taylor. One thing that is new here is ito. I bought a water bottle pang cycling kasi yung old ko, this is for hiking, ay nawala na yung ano niya, nawala na yung plug dito, so naglilik na siya. So important when you're cycling to have water kasi para di ka ma-dehydrate, and also to prevent drinking soft drinks kasi pagka walang water baka mapilitan ka mag-take ng soft drinks. It's acidic and with high sugar. So, and besides, it's also dangerous. Baka yung mapuntahan mong lugar, bibilhan mo ng tubig, ay naka-lockdown pala yun. Naku, delikado. Isang bagay na hindi dapat mangyari. So, that's why I have this additional item for my bag-out bag. And also for my EDC pouch, I'm now using this. No longer the small one kasi nasira. I still have to buy a new one. Ito, mas maraming laman, pero this is for hiking. Nice thing for hiking. Soon I'll receive my tent. So mga kapag camping na. Alright, thanks for joining me. For actually, hanging out with me. You can just, drop by and do your thing dyan. Kung ginagawa niyo dyan. And, come back. It depends. So there, we talked about, what's happening sa Israel. And anong dapat matutuhan natin doon. Readiness nila. Which is, a tall order for the Filipinos. Mahirap magkaroon ng iron, dome? Paano? Mahal yun eh. So, wala nyo ng Philippines. Pag-usapan din natin yung vaccination. And there, some people are afraid of the vaccine. But, you know what? maybe we just have to trust the science of it. Okay, and then what else? We also talked about the Pan Philippines event, and we said let's support our writers. And yeah, we had some prepping content. I'll be uploading more videos, and I hope my videos actually help uh, in enriching the content sa YouTube para mayroon tayong diversity. So ito ulit yung sinulat kong guitar riff the other day lang. Ang aking outro sa ating episode before we go. Thank you. Good night.